Hey everyone, I welcome you all to this video. And today in this video, we are going to discuss about an important topic, that is order of execution in Microsoft SQL Server. So the order in which a query is written and the order in which a SQL query is executed, there's a difference between the two. And even if you are a fresher or an experienced candidate, you can certainly expect this question in the interviews. So order of execution. So first of all, let's write a select statement to see that how a select statement can be written, although we have taken many examples, but let's take this example to understand this. So we will write select star. First of all, let's write select star from and then the table name. But before that, we will have to select the database in which our table resides. So I will select the database named window function. In this database, we have a table by the name employee salaries, and we are going to use that table to understand this concept. And I will be providing the create table code in the resource section, so you can create this table as well on Microsoft SQL Server. Let's select the statement and execute the code. So you will see that here we have 4 columns, the very first being employee ID, second one being employee name, third one is salary, and the fourth one is department. Let's say we want to know about the average salary for each department. So in that case, we may write select star. First of all, let's write select star from employee salaries. And then, since we do not want all the columns, since we want department and average salary to be there, so I will mention department, comma, average salary. So department name, comma, average salary from employee salaries. And let's give it an alias name, the column that we are going to create. Let's name this as average salary. And now let's say we want this average salary to be calculated only for those records where the salary is, let's say, greater than 50,000. So we will put a where condition as well. So we will write where salary is greater than 50,000. This is the condition. And now we will have to group the result. Why? Because in the select statement, you can see that we are having 2 columns. The very first is department column, second one is salary column. So on salary column, aggregation is being used, average is being taken. So that is not the problem. But department column will have to be mentioned in the group by clause, right? So that we will be able to give this instruction to SQL Server that you need to create groups of different departments or bundles of different departments. And then you have to show the output for that. So we may write group by department. And then let's say we do not want to show all the records. We only want to show only those grouped records where the average salary is, let's say, greater than 55,000. So I will copy this. And I will paste it here, and we will write average salary is greater than 55,000. All right. And then ultimately we want that the result that we should see, it should be ordered by in the, let's say, ascending order of department column. So we may write department. And then since we want to sort it in the ascending order, so no need to mention that keyword. We can leave it as it is only. So this is a simple select statement that we have written. And although distinct will not be having any significance, but just to explain, I will write distinct here as well. So distinct. And then let's say we want only top 1 record to be shown in the output. So I will write top 1. So that's how we have written this query. So you saw that how we can write this query. That's how we wrote this query. But the order in which this query will be executed is going to be different. First of all, let's execute this select statement to see the output. So this is the output. Finance 75,666. That's fine. Now Control R. Now let's talk about order of execution. So at the very first place, you can see the from, whatever is written here in from after the from keyword. So basically from keyword, whatever is written after this, and in fact join. So from and joins will be executed at the very first place. So we will write from and join. They are executed first at the very first place. Then once this part written in from and joins is executed, after that this where clause will be executed. So after this, where clause will be executed. Once the where clause is executed, then group by will be executed. So after where, group by is executed. Then once group by is executed, then your having clause is executed. So after group by, having will be executed. Once your having clause is executed, then your select will be executed. So after that, select will be executed. Once select is executed, then distinct will be executed. Then once distinct is executed, then the result will be ordered by the department column. So order by will be executed after this. And once this order by is executed, then your top will be executed. Then your top will be executed. So this is the order or the way in which a query is executed, right? Now, if I will make some changes to this query and will try to explain it to you that why you should know about order of execution, we'll take an example to understand that. Let's say it is the manner in which we have written this query, that is written from line 8 to 13. Let's say I will copy this query and I will paste it here in line 25. And now I will try to execute it. But here you can see that in the select statement, we have given an alias name to the average salary. And the alias name is this. Inside the square brackets, that is average salary. As of now, in the having clause, I have written this function, average function in salary column. That was written here. I have not used the alias name. Now let's try to use the alias name and let's see what happens. I will copy this alias name and in place of writing this function and the salary column name, I will write the alias name. So Control V. And I will now try to execute this statement and let's see what happens. Already it is showing the red colored line, SQL Server. Let's execute this and let's see what happens. If you will execute it, so it simply shows that invalid column name average salary. So it means SQL Server doesn't recognize this average salary alias name, that is the alias name of a column. It is not being recognized in the having clause. Why is it not being recognized in the having clause? Because having is executed first and select is executed after that. So the column definitions or the names of the columns are basically declared in the select statement, and select statement is executed after the having clause, right? So since select statement is executed after the having clause, it means the alias name will be declared after the having clause. So you are using it in the having clause. That's why SQL Server throws an error and it states that it doesn't even recognize this name. So it is an invalid column name. That's why we will write the name, this particular function in this, that is we will write AVG and inside the parenthesis, the name of the salary column. So this is an incorrect query. I'm writing it here so that you can refer to it later. And the one that we have written at the top is the correct query. So that was all about the order of execution, and you should be aware of this topic because this question can be asked in interviews. I hope this video was helpful. We'll meet in the next session. Till then, thank you. Bye-bye.